What's something that really make you cringe? A friend of mine told a girl I liked that I liked her while she was in front of me, so I ran away. I was a senior. She tried to talk to me 4 different times after that. Every time she did, I ran away. Edit yes. Absorb my shame. Become one with me. When people post selfies of them crying. No joke, my friend's sister posted crying selfies of her and her kids when they had their dog put to sleep. With a dead dog. Like, that's a private moment of grief, not a selfie opportunity. Every time I read something on here and the first comment says, "Were you exclusive?" Like it might hold up in a court of law but not to how people feel. If it feels like cheating to the other person, then it is cheating. Videos of couples at weddings doing their first dance but making it into this whole routine. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday of a bride dancing for her husband. He had no idea what was happening and I cringed so hard. When people talk about pandering in the context of movies and shows. Ever heard of the target audience? All movies and shows have them and pander to them. These people are just mad that the target audience isn't them. Styrofoam. The sound touch makes my body and mind fold in on itself. It's honestly debilitating because everything new in boxes is usually surrounded by styrofoam. Just thinking about the sound gives me goosebumps. Bad stand-up comedy. It gets me so bad. It's the only kind of cringe video that gets me every time. It's physically painful to watch, and if I ever saw it in person I honestly think I'd have to leave the room. 1. People who think every moderately crummy person is a clinical narcissist. 2. Anyone who describes himself using the phrase "school of hard knocks." 3. People referring to women as females. People who make cringe compilations. It's one thing to be perceived as cringe, it's another to dedicate hours into shifting through cringe content for attention. Can't even put ads on that. People that give their kids stupid, made up and ridiculously misspelled names. No child should ever have to go through their formative years with the name Miller Lite or Royalty Dior. That part in the movie The Notebook when they're on a beach and the girl says "I'm a bird, say I'm a bird," rolling eyes face, they could have thought of a better scene and line than that. Geez. High school was true painful cringe. I told a French exchange student that I loved him in French and he just walked away. I die every time I think about it. The time I was talking too loud at a wedding when I wasn't supposed to and everyone at the wedding turned around to see what asshole wouldn't shut up. Those videos of guys trying really hard to be sexy, biting their lips and looking down and brushing their hair back. They make me cringe so hard. When people who are uneducated or misinformed about the subject in question loudly spout their opinion on every social media outlet available. People replying to all in a thousands plus recipient list with their weird incel takes in a work email. This happened once in my workplace. Extreme self-delusion. Usually it's funny enough to make up for it. But sometimes it's just so sad to see somebody who can accept reality. When really poor people in a country with high inflation votes for a government that will undoubtedly make their lives like hell. People forgetting the words to the national anthem and everyone is watching. I get real bad secondhand embarrassment. When you look at your 2017 animations back in the past or just imagining it makes my spinal cord obliterates itself. When people discuss high school constantly like it was their peak years. These people tend to be alcoholics. Singing in front of people. I was just at a concert next to a bunch of people and I want to be a singer. Skull. When people get that mentality of "I'm one bad bitch" because they are really just one annoying bitch. YouTube comment threads that are essentially an endless string of "who else is listening in 2020? Any woman with a boss bitch attitude or the 130 pounds white boy that tries to act like a rapper." When people tell me I am a nice person or are genuinely nice to me, I never knew how to react. I hate young couples snogging each other's faces off in public. I mean seriously, get a room. Seeing some 10-year-old in the checkout line with a can of Red Bull or other energy drink. When I hear cosplay and plushie. What happened to costumes and stuffed animals? My old videos on YouTube, when I thought I became a cool YouTuber in the future. Person facepalming. When people watch loud videos on their phone on the toilet in public restrooms. YouTube stories that go out of their way to add "let's not meet" at the end. My Facebook's posts from about 15 years ago. God, I thought I was so edgy. When people just start being rude to people for absolutely no reason. When schools, church, or older people in general try to be hip and cool. People making fur anime etc. thirst traps of themselves on TikTok. Seeing an adult complain like a child to waiters, cashiers, etc. When people make a joke but nobody laughs and it's just quiet. When people make being an asshole a part of their identity. Adults using slang terms to try and appeal to young people. When I remember my high school interactions in general. Someone making a weird joke just to make everyone laugh. Watching people tell everyone their political opinions. When I remember my high school interactions in general. People who do TikTok dances while waiting for the bus. My drinking habits. Working on getting sober again. When someone trying to be funny by insulting someone. Being deliberately rude to someone while recording.